Android releases privacy initiatives similar to what Apple did last year by restricting tracking inside its apps. Twitter brings international payment options for Twitter tips. YouTube launches a dedicated space for short videos. It's called Short Shelf, and it will showcase shorts inside your YouTube channel homepage. All this and much more coming up in this week's edition of the Connected Church News. Welcome, I'm Nachi Lazarus, and this is the show that brings you the top 5 digital and social media news each week in just 5 minutes. Let's get started. Last week, Google made a big announcement about Android platform. They said they are bringing a new privacy initiative called Privacy Sandbox, which is very similar to the announcement that Apple had made, if you remember, a year ago, where they talked about limiting the tracking ability of apps that are inside that ecosystem. So they use a unique identifier called advertising ID, and now Apple and Google are going to limit the capability of that tracking that apps can do. Now, this impacts majorly social media channels and channels that track the activity of users to sell things or market things and so on. And so this is something that you need to be aware of as a leader of a nonprofit or a church that uses digital media for ministry. Meta announced that they are seeing growth in their Horizon platform, which is the virtual reality platform where they have Horizon World, which is a VR world, and Horizon Venue and Horizon Workspace and all of that. Looks like right now in Horizon World, they have 10,000 VR worlds that people have created. They go in and they create a world and interact with people. This is a social VR experience. So looks like people are taking time to have that experience more and more. Just in the last 3 months, they seem to have 10x growth on the platform. I will link to 2 articles in the description that will give you a little more details on the growth. This is an important trend for you to watch out for. Twitter made an announcement about adding new international payment options and crypto payment options to Twitter Tips. Twitter Tips is a feature within Twitter that lets you support your creator, your favorite creator inside the Twitter platform by sending them money, sending them tips. Now they announced that they've added new options like Paga and Barter, which are very popular in African countries, and also Paytm, which is a big player in the Indian market. They've also added Ethereum, making the crypto enthusiasts happy, as one of the options for tipping creators on Twitter. Twitter seems to be moving really fast in this creator economy empowerment space within social media. YouTube made a big announcement about creating a separate space for shorts in YouTube homepage. So when you go to your channel homepage, you will soon start seeing a space called Shorts Shelf. Shorts Shelf. It's a shelf for shots, and it's just a dedicated space. Goes to show how important short video is across platforms, whether it's Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts. So if you as a ministry are not using short form videos, you start using it, because it could be a really interesting tool. You know, when people come and they look at these short videos, you can create a 1-minute video introducing something to them, announcing something to them, promoting something to them, or just piquing their interest to watch a longer video. There's a lot of ways you can use shorts. I mean, it can be a top of the funnel content that can really help your church or ministry in multiple ways. So do have a look and see if you can start using shorts in 2022. Facebook released an important report last week called Culture Rising. It's a 2022 trends report that talks about the way people are thinking, the way people are approaching life and so on. This is not just a social media statistic trend kind of a report. It actually gets into the minds of people. That's why I wanted to bring this to your attention, because let me read this example to you. The report says 37% of the respondents say that pandemic spurred them to reevaluate their purpose and priorities in life. So it's talking about how people are thinking about work, about life. It says it has details about how people think about their physical, mental, and spiritual life. So definitely areas which might impact you and me as ministries, as nonprofits. So I wanted to bring this to your notice. I will link to this in the description. Do have a look at this report. You can download the PDF. Those are the top 5 news items I have for you this week. Thank you for joining me. Do you have any questions related to any of this? or if you need extra help with the link or PDF or whatever, just leave a comment. We'll make sure we get what you need, and you will find all the source links and details if you want to dig deeper in the description section. And you will also find these details in our news page, nachilazarus.com/news. I'll see you next week with another set of news items. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. Stay connected and stay blessed. Bye-bye.